Golden Achy here with another Halo 4 campaign mission walkthrough, and today I'm going to show you how to get the first of the two weekly campaign challenges for the week of October 7th through the 13th, which is That's No Moon, which requires you to complete the Requiem mission on Legendary Difficulty Solo. So we're setting up the mission here, and what I did is turned on 3 skulls. I turned on tilt to get a little armor in the vehicles, and I turned on Cowbell to get a little more explosive capability, and I turned on Grunt Birthday Party to make it easier to see grunt headshots. So here we go with the start of the mission. Here we get through the 343 stuff here as it loads up. And this mission, like some others, requires a little bit of running.
How many ships made
at
it
the
through?
beginning, running or driving.
Plenty.
I swapped out the totally worthless AR for a plasma
Still
pistol
need to
there.
ride home.
I swapped over to the pistol as my primary. I didn't have to do that, but because I got to run so far, I decided to go ahead and whack that grunt. And what I find interesting is that this challenge is worth 3,000 XP, and to be quite honest, if you're just in it for the XP, it's really not worth it. You can, the time spent here, which is around 38, 39 minutes for me, you can run 2, maybe 3 matchmaking games and easily pick up more than 3,000 XP. So. However, if you're in it just for the challenge, or you like the mission like I do, just keep watching. This is a skip-heavy mission. I've used a number of skips and techniques that were developed and refined by the
nice to see your luck is holding out.
Community, speedrunner community, and the campaign glitches. Too many of them to mention.
Chief,
but I do thank them all for developing these tricks and techniques, if you will.
Long shot, but since you brought it up,
well, got to talk about something as we drive along here. Oh! Don't scratch your head while you're driving. That's what happened there.
Well, as far as I know, I'm the only AI ever.
Now the first skip I'm going to do, and it's actually 2 skips. It's called the backtrack skip.
It may be possible to recompile my neural net.
The idea is to get yourself so far into the mission to a point, and then turn around and backtrack. And that will, in essence, despawn the enemies that you would have faced in the immediate area that you backtracked from. So as we jump, this last jump here is what we'll come back to on the backtrack. This is a pretty neat little skip. I mean, it takes a little bit of time to do, but it eliminates the need to deal with a whole bunch of coveys that are coming up in this valley here. So we come out of the cave system here, and you can see at least 2 phantoms unloading coveys, and there's one off to the right that you couldn't see. Just go ahead and turn around and head on back to that last place where we jumped. That's where I'm headed. I'm going to go ahead, when I get here, I'm going to go ahead and park the hog, jump out, and head on up to this edge of the chasm here, right where that little black spot is. Put your left foot on there and do a crouch jump over to here and walk actually into that piece of wood. Crouch jump here, hold the crouch, turn and jump again. Notice the screen freeze. What we've done is we've just despawned or deloaded all the coveys that were in that valley. Okay, sprint jump back across the gap, back in the hog. Off we go driving again. There are a few places in the mission where all we're going to do is driving. Mostly in the beginning of the mission. Okay, notice that all the coveys are gone. That ghost is still there, which we're actually going to use. And the whole valley's been cleared. And what I'm going to do here is run up to about this point and park the hog and jump on the 50 cal. There is an elite back there with a concussion rifle. Now I'm dropping this sniper tower here, the Covenant sniper tower, because the elite tends to hide behind it, and I lose my line of sight to fire on. Notice that he's in plain view now. And there goes the shield, and there goes the elite. Okay. And we're done with that elite. And we're going to go back here and grab that ghost I mentioned a minute or so ago. Because we're going to set up a nice little jump up with another ghost. Alright. Bring the ghost back here. Just past the second ghost I'm going to use. Park it right about here, just like that. I'm going to run off here, sprint, and jump. We'll get to this point. By the way, I cannot hear what's being said or the music or anything while I'm doing the voiceover, so if there's any dialogue, I just get that. Okay, I'm going to boost, hit the jump key to raise the nose of the ghost. By the way, that will raise the nose. You don't have to boost to get the nose up, and I'll show you that in a minute or so. But that's a nice little trick to know. Okay, I'm going to run up here under that little archway and then immediately retreat back to the spot. Good cover. There's 3. Grunt's coming around the corner there. 2, there's 3.
If we're going to hijack a ship from
swap
this
out my
Covenant, we're going to have to
plastic
find where they're
for
landing first.
Fuel rod cannon.
I don't suppose you have a plan for that.
We could always ask nicely.
As it turns out in this particular run, I don't use it, but it is good to have for a plan B, which I'll explain a little bit later. Alright, now we're going to advance ourselves up here and get the nose up. We want to lead with the right wing here, if you will, to work our way through. I'm going to advance, nose up again, by the way. Okay, there we go. I'm going to advance to a point where I've got another group of coveys that I have to deal with. Then we're going to turn around and go back and run the backtracks again to spawn them. Got to be a little careful here. There's a sniper up there. There's an elite firing at me. Get the heck out of Dodge. Notice how far I went there. And that's one of the 2 times that I need a little extra shielding on a vehicle. And that's why I had tilt on. Tilt also gives you a little bit extra power in your melees, by the way. But people don't realize that. That will become obvious when I get inside the cartographer building. But in the meantime, here we go. I'm going back to that gap to initiate the second backtrack skip. Alright, go up here and park the ghost. We're going to do the same jump we did before. Over here, plant my left foot right there by that smudge. Jump across to here. Walk up to about here. Turn right, crouch jump. Holding the crouch. Turn left and jump up here. Screen freeze. That means everything's been despawned out ahead of me. That next area that we got to deal with. Back into the ghost, and off we go. And hopefully this will be the last time I do any expensive driving. And what we've done here with this next skip is we have despawned all the coveys that were on the ground around that forerunner structure, which is the cartographer's building. Plus all the coveys. There was like a couple of grunts, a couple of shielded jackals on the first floor, or the first level, if you will, of the building. And then that leaves me with, well, I'm doing a little relay race here, by the way. I'm going to run up to the other ghost. that leaves me with a camouflaged sword elite, 3 grunts, and 2 shielded jackals up on the next level. I have to take out before I can get inside the building. Notice everybody up here is gone, including that sniper that was sniping at my first level. What I'm going to do here, notice there's no cubbies here, what I'm going to do here, maneuver the ghost, and the sword elite will run up, and I'm going to splatter him, and I actually took out 2 grunts as well. Immediately jump out of the ghost, and run back down here, or jump down here. Now, I'm waiting momentarily to make sure that the 1 or more grunts didn't suicide. They did. So, here's a grunt to take out. Turn around, you little bugger. Okay. And like I said before, I took out 2 of the grunts.
That elite dropped his camera on.
Ghost.
Let's have a look.
And I just had to take out the, real quick, the
I'll run a
shielded
soft
jackals
patch
and
suit. Never know what might
grab
come in
the
handy.
active camouflage, or invis for short, and into the building we go.
There's that phantom signal again.
I heard something that time.
Okay, what we're going to do here first, before we engage any cubbies,
Sentinels.
is a technique called
I wonder
crating.
when they'd show up.
And I'm going to be blockading 2 doors that will open with cubbies behind them. And the idea here is to blockade them so the cubbies can't come out. And it makes this ensuing battling here much easier. 1 less elite, at least 1 less elite, sometimes 2 less elites to deal with. Notice that I'm hitting this crate kind of in the middle here, towards the back, and just kind of spinning it around. I want to keep the thing upright, and my goal is to get the weapon rack aimed outwards so that I can easily access it. And notice that I'm moving the crates fairly easily, and this is one of the benefits of the tilt skull. It increases my capability in the area of melee.
Chief, a console in the back.
Originally I thought it was Cowbell, but no, it's actually the tilt skull, because I've gone in and done this mission with just tilt on, and have been able to get the additional whacking power, if you will, with my melee. And again, the same thing with this crate. I'm aiming at the middle area on the edges, kind of spin it around. If I aim high or I aim in the middle, it's very easy. I could very easily knock the crate over, which I don't want to do. I'm just kind of whacking it along here, trying to position it so I can completely block this doorway. Okay, there we go. And that takes care of a whole squad of cubbies. They cannot get out. Alright, next crating exercise, which will be the last one, I promise. Use this container to block a doorway down below. Notice how far the container went from the grenade blast. That is the benefit of Cowbell. If I did not have Cowbell on, this thing would have hardly moved, and would have required me to do an extra heavy dose of melee just to move it a little bit at a time. So this kind of speeds up the process. That's the primary reason I turned on Cowbell, was for that grenade blast right there. Now the downside of it, obviously, is that when the cubbies are throwing grenades at me, the grenade explosions are greatly multiplied as well. So I have to be a little bit careful with that. And I'm just trying to get this thing lined up so it is centered on the door, and it looks good. And now we can go fight. Alright, don't need the fuel eye cannon anymore. That actually was plan B for the sword lead on the outside. If I had not gotten him with the ghost, I would have taken out the grunts and the shielded jackals first, because he would have retreated and gone invisible, and then once I took all of them out, he would have charged me, and I just would have taken him out with a fuel eye cannon, but didn't have to, because the ghost took him out.
Requiem. At least we know
Okay,
where we
we're in
are
a forced cutscene right here,
Let's see if it can tell us what the Covenant are so
where the
interested
chief
in.
finds out that the name of the planet is Requiem.
Huh.
Alright, now we've got to go activate
I don't
couple
know.
of things.
It locked up.
Never quite knew what they are, or what they're
I'm
supposed to
detecting
be,
power
but we
fluctuations
gotta
in
go
several
activate them.
locations. I'll put them up for you.
Alright, there goes the waypoints.
Hopefully we can find some way
Notice
to
I
get this
came out of
cartographer back online.
the cartographer station there and went left. I want to go away from the sand. Start with the left side. Alright. Go ahead and activate this guy.
What's it
Turn
doing?
around and jump back up
It's
here
all
real
right.
quick.
This energy is actually a
Back out,
ferroelectric
and
data
we've
feed.
got some grunts.
Your shields are just cycling in
Four grunts, I
response to the
believe, and
chamber's
a couple of
charge.
shielded jackals to take out. We'll
just
take
bring
out
the
as many as we
photography
can, if not all from here.
Partially. This type of processing system usually works in parallel. We'll have to locate its twin.
I'd much rather take them out from here than closer distance. I should be left with just the elite over there on the left side. So I'm going to ammo up here. And I'm going to run down here to the lower area. And take a quick look just to make sure I got all the minor copies. And all I got left yet is the elite. And I'm going to deal with him slightly different manner. I'm going to run all the way around the building here. Take him from the other side, not head on. Okay. Come back through here and up to the sandy area. And turn on my camo. I'm going to take him out with a noob combo. He's on up here, he's on up. You can see him out ahead, he's turned around. Coming back to me, go ahead and EMP with the plasma pistol, headshot, and splash one elite. Okay, now we come up here, and we've got to activate the second thing we got to activate. And ultimately, should activate the cartographer again.
Is that the
We
same
come out here, we
signal?
want to turn left.
Yes.
Take out these two
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
shielded jackals, and we'll have a couple of
UNSC AI
grunts to take out.
Cortana to infinity. Please respond.
Second one kind of got away
No
from me, so I'm
response.
going to go
But
after
from the
him.
strength of that signal, the
Up on
infinity has to
platform.
be close
Not
by.
making an appearance here.
The cartographer should be back online.
Yep.
We
Looks like
may
I
be
have
able to
take a
use it
close
to
up.
track the ship's location.
All right. Come on down here. I'm always concerned about Needler. There he is. Oh, he's gone. Okay, now if I hadn't done that crating exercise that I did with the two container, well, the double container crating and then the single container crating, I would have had a lot more coveys to deal with at this point. And now all I have to deal with up here is Jackal Marksman. One of the things I would have had to deal with would have been that squad that's behind the barricade of mine, which would have been shielded jackals and grunts and maybe an elite. Okay, up here we've got 3 shielded jackals and 2 elites we got to deal with. There's the second jackal. I'm looking for the third. Looking for the third. Where is he? Okay, there he is on the left. And I'm hitting him in the hand and knocking his shield back, and that presents his head for a headshot. I'm going to try to take out one of the elites back here. Because Mythic's not on, I may be able to drop his shield pretty quick just using the Covenant Carbine here. I'm not in any great hurry. Now, if Mythic were on, I'd use a totally different tactic to take this guy out. There he is. being a pain. This time. You can see his shields are flaring pretty quickly. Oh, there he goes. He's down. That actually was the second elite who jumped out and started firing at me. Okay, the second elite I'm going to try to take out with a noob combo. He's got a little bit of extra shielding, and which means I have to hit him twice with an EMP before I can head shoot him. I'm going to drive him over to the left side here. Sometimes I can drive him over to a pillar and then just kind of stand there waiting for him, and I can go into it and sneak around behind him. But not this time. This time I've got to deal with him with the double noob combo. So here we go. Get him up here on the left. There he is. Move around a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and go invis.
We can't give the Covenant access to the cartographer. Clear them out.
Blasting twice. Flash a grenade. Shields are gone. Headshot. Splash elite number 2. Okay, now all we got left are a couple of grunts caught behind that second barricade I created right here. And I'm going to try to take them out with a plasma grenade. Sticky. I think I got one, but another one is kind of running up against the wall. But headshot, he's gone. Okay, that clears the room. Go ahead and ammo up. Fresh plasma pistol, loaded up with a carbine. Back to cartographer. And go ahead and activate the cartographer. And Cortana finds out that there's a terminus that we need to use to advance through the planet. And
let's get to that terminus and find Infinity.
Go find the terminus. And we got a little bit more fighting to do to get there.
Not much. She was supposed to be massive.
Starting with this
project
bridge
was
that
only in
reminds me of
prototype when we
Narrows.
left.
Okay, first thing in here is going to be a Phantom, and we really don't have to take out the gunner. Notice that it's dropping off some cover. Sometimes I get that gunner, sometimes I don't. But what I want to do is stay up here at the top and take out as many cubbies as I can.
Fortifying the bridge below.
Grunts,
Stay sharp.
Shield the jackals and one elite up there. Don't stand in that middle circular area because that will initiate an elevator down. You don't want to do that until we're ready. So stand off to the side here. I tried to take out a couple of cubbies that are out there towards the middle area. Now I'm working a close-in area. Out. There goes the jackal. What we got here? Okay, let's try this side. Yep. I can hear a charged plasma pistol, but I'm not sure where he's at. He might be a little bit further back. That's why I'm taking my time here. Nope, don't see anything. Alright, we'll go ahead and jump down here. Sometimes Cortana says
you to use the elevator.
You could have taken the elevator, blah blah blah. I can't remember whether or not she said it here because again I can't hear anything while I'm doing this voiceover. Or would have killed you to have taken the elevator. That's what she says. Can't correct me yet. Alright. Looking for coveys to kill. I know there's an elite up here. Now what's interesting is it turns out I'm going to try to take the elite out. There we go. Yep, got it. There was a jackal or yeah, no, the jackal. But if I had gone underneath to begin with, I'm coming back here to swap out for VR, by the way. If I had gone back underneath, if I had gone underneath and advanced forward, the elite that I actually took out up here would have just essentially disappeared. I don't know why. That's usually what happens. I would, just by running up ahead underneath here, I would have respawned. I wanted to see if he had any shields or not, and I was able to fairly quickly pick him out with the Covenant Carbine, because the shields weren't so great. But if I had gone ahead and immediately run up here and then gone back, he would have despawned. I've got another elite to deal with. Plus the Phantom has come in and is just kind of sitting there, hovering, and I've got to take out the gun, try to take out the gunner. As soon as I start firing at the Phantom, oh, there goes the gunner. The Phantom will take off. And next up is Jackal Sniper across the way. I believe I got him. Yeah, I got him. Sometimes the elite gets in the way, and I can't get a clear shot on the Jackal, but you definitely want to get rid of that Jackal Sniper because he does have a beam rifle and he will take you out. Alright, now I've got to get that other elite. This one's got extra shielding, so I cannot, or extra shielding, so I cannot do an EM, I can't do a noob combo on him, so I'm going to take him out with an assassination. I was using my motion tracking sensor there to see where he was and when he stopped, and when he stopped in that position, that's when I went after him. So, the elite's down with an assassination, and now I got to clear the platform down here underneath. There is another elite down here, but he's a bit of a knucklehead, which you'll see here in a minute. So at first I want to take out as many of the other customers as I can. Okay. And then I'll deal with that elite right there. Down here, getting over to the left. Threw a grenade at me. And he just threw another grenade and fell off the platform. That is one dumb elite. I didn't have to do anything with it. What he does is he gets right on the edge of the platform there, throws a grenade, and steps forward off the platform. And you can hear his screams as he falls to his death. Cracks me up every time I see it. Alright, come back here, load up on battle rifle ammo. And now we're gonna skip the last part of the bridge here by using the Banshee, and that just eliminates the need to fight through a bunch of coveys, including a fuel rod elite. Okay, notice that I was not sprinting. I was saving my sprint for here. Sprint up and jump into Banshee. Take off up and high to the left. And I actually put invis on here and camouflage. Come down here, make a left. Fire if you will to get them out of the way. Spin the Banshee down to the right. Jump out. Get the heck out of Dodge.
Chief, the Covenant
trying
net's
to use
going
the Banshee
crazy.
as a little bit of cover.
They're ordering all units to converge on the tower.
I guess we got their attention.
Alright. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this area down here, this courtyard, if you will, and then run another skip. Which, thanks to Tyrant's method walkthrough video, I like to call the skip that I'm going to do the slippery rock skip. This is called the slipperiest rock on the rifle in his video. Now notice here, I went invis, and when that happened, the grunt and the ghost would go sideways, and I can headshot it. Immediately ran out, grabbed the ghost, and brought it back down here because I don't want grunts jumping into it. Now we got two jackal marksmen, one on the right, one on the left, and at least one of them's got a beam rifle. And I still got to take out those darn little grunts up there in front of me. I'm looking around. Okay, there's still a jackal up there. There is another ghost that'll be coming down. I'm going to use the same technique with that ghost. If I can ever get him up here. This doesn't want to seem to advance. That may be because I don't have tough luck on. I know either tough luck or thunderstorm. I think it's tough luck because I think with tough luck, the enemies never run away. Okay. Here we go. Alright. I got camo on. One sideways. Boom. Got it. Alright, I'm going to run out here. Grab this ghost. And get the heck out of Dodge again. I'm going to come over here to this rock area here because there's an ammo crate. First I want to get out of the line of fire and take out these two grunts. And there's that doggone jackal up there. Alright, there's also a plasma turret across the way. It's very hard to hit any grunts that are on it, so I'm going to try to take it out with a rocket launcher. Not being manned right now, but okay. I'll go ahead and take it out. Just don't see that. Hang on. It's on sniper, jackal marksman up there. So I will go ahead and see if I can take out the rest of them. He's here in the middle area. Now there's grunts, kill the jackal, a couple of each or so, plus an elite. And when you get down to just one of the miners, there's that sniper. Got him. Now the grunt's gotten on the plasma turret across the way. I think I got him. I'm not sure. No, I didn't. What I'm going to do is come back over here. Go grab that rocket launcher again. See if I can take out that turret from here. I think he just jumped off the darn thing. Looking for a grunt. There, I got him. Okay. Now I came back over here looking for the plasma pistol. Son of a gun if it didn't despawn on me. I don't need the rocket launcher anymore. I'm looking around for that plasma pistol that I swapped out for the rocket launcher and I can't find it darn thing. So, never fear. After I ammo up here, I will find a plasma pistol from the grunts that I took out earlier. Right about here. But I've got at least one more elite to take out with a nuke combo. Alright, now what I'm going to do is, in this center area, like I said, there's going to be grunt, shielded jackals, and elite. Actually, here, ghost, trying to take out the grunt's accurate as heck with that EMP, isn't he? That plasma pistol. I think I got him. The others have gone to cover, so I'm going to go ahead and park the ghost over here. And here, jump out, and see if I can take out the cubbies with the BR. I believe I only have to take that one guy out, and back in the ghost, because here comes the elite charging. And I'll pop the shield. Bunch of good killing blow on him here. And I got another grunt coming out. Oh, there goes the elite. There goes the grunt. That takes care of everybody in the center area. Now I need to advance to a point to get the next squad of cubbies that I have to deal with, which is a percussion rifle elite and 4 grunts. Just making sure that there he is. The marksman is down. Alright, they're going to come out from that area that I'm looking at now. And I'm going to start with the 4 grunts. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Now you can see why I had Grunt Birthday on. It's very easy to see the headshots on the grunts from distance. There's grunt number 4. Okay, back in the ghost. I'm firing at the elite up there just to draw his attention over to this side. Alright, now I'm going to jump out the ghost and run back over here, and we're going to come up to him from the right side. Hopefully his attention's focused on the left. Okay, so working my way around. Plasma pistol. Turn on camo. My way around here. Noob combo. There he goes. And he'll have a habit of throwing a grenade, so he just sidestepped a grenade. Next, we're going to do a major skip here. This is a slippery rock skip. Jump up on that stanchion. Jump up on the rock. Jump up over on this support. And go camo and run right by these guys. One of them actually turned around and nailed me with an EMP, but that's okay. We'll just keep running past them. And up on this platform, and by doing this, we have bypassed a major battle to get to this door, including having to take out elites, and at least 3 elites.
While you were busy, I managed to clear up another transmission from Infinity.
Saved us a lot of time and a lot of heartburn. Okay, that's essentially the mission. I mean, the only thing I need to do now is to get up to this elevator and go up to the top. And skip the cutscene, and that's the end of the mission. So this is a solo legendary. Like I said, I turned on Tilt, Cowbell, and Grunt Birthday skulls to actually help me in running this mission. It's worth 3,000 XP, which I think is not enough, especially for the time invested in it. Whereas the other one, which requires you to run heroic on any mission with just the Iron Skull on, is worth 4,000 XP. So it really doesn't make much sense to me, because I was able to do shutdown in about 10 minutes with Iron on and grab the 4,000 XP. That is in a separate walkthrough video, by the way, that I've already loaded. But there's the end of the mission. And the challenge should pop here momentarily. Hope this helps. Hold the Nike, signing off.